District play is upon us here on the Oklahoma Sports Network as the Jones Longhorns are set to take on the Perry Maroons. Jones on the road here at Perry. This is the countdown to kickoff on the Oklahoma Sports Network, brought to you by Bank First. Bank First is an Oklahoma offers valuable banking solutions, including checking accounts, saving accounts, commercial loans, treasury services, and Boston, much more. You can bank online with their mobile app, Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma and loyal to you. You can find them at 9285 North Hiwassee Road in Jones. They are the sponsor of the countdown to kickoff. I'm Zach Reynolds alongside me tonight, Boston Barnett. Boston, you've got to see this Jones team once before. They're 3-0 coming out of non-district play, but now as we enter the district games, when you're a playoff hopeful or really expecting to be a playoff team like Jones is, these are the games where you got to start to put people away and really prove your worth, because district play means a lot.
Yeah, when you get here, it's really when the playoffs start. You can't afford to lose too many games or else your entire season is going to come to a close much sooner than you'd hoped for. So we can get ready for some good, competitive, and really hard-fought football out of both teams today.
Here on the road at Perry, the Longhorns, as I mentioned, 3-0 in non-district play, took care of things there. They last time out, they had a bye week last week, but before that they faced the Bethany Broncos, which is a 4A team who's a tough test going in, and Jones handled it pretty well with a big-time win on the road at Bethany. Back on the road here to start district play. They played Perry last year and beat them. This Perry team is 0-3 on the season so far. But, I mean, things can change in district play. Those are the games that you really have to win for playoff seeding. So Perry, just like Jones, is going to want to really get in gear as district play starts.
Yeah, just because you have a much better record than the opposing team doesn't mean that you have a cakewalk in front of you. No matter who you play against in any stage of competitive sports, you have a chance to lose a game. And Jones has to keep that in mind and just stay strong and confident and just keep playing good football.
Just a moments away from the national anthem. We'll step aside and be back after that for the coin toss on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Zach Reynolds, Boston Barnett, back with you on the countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Bank First of Jones. As we mentioned, as we're just moments away here from kickoff, Jones 3-0, and Boston, obviously this team has modern flashiness, if you will, with the screen games and the things they can do on offense and the way they play exciting defense. But when you really break it down, this team's kind of old school. I mean, they rush the football well on offense, and they stifle you with their defense.
Yeah, when you get to smaller schools like this, the flashy stuff you don't see often. It's just hard-fought, gritty football that's fought at the offensive line with that run game. And Jones does a great job of it, too. So they're just playing to their strengths.
Every game you'll find us just bragging on the run game for Jones. It's so effective all the time. And obviously we give credit to the running backs a lot, and they deserve a lot of credit. But we got to give some love to the offensive line. Jack Mendoza at left tackle has been a multi-year starter. He really leads the way in pass and run protection, but they got a lot of good up the middle as well. And that offensive line, guys like Ty Duran, who is on the right side, and then Dom Harris, the man in the middle at center, really paving holes up the middle a lot of times.
Yeah, even when you get into the passing game, when a play breaks down and no receivers are open, Asen Hansen does a great job of surveying the field and finding room to make yards with his legs.
And, one counterpoint to quarterbacks that do that sometimes is it can be tricky for an offensive line. Quarterback gets out of the pocket. You don't know that. It can lead to holding penalties. We saw that a fair amount last year sometimes. But this year they've done, knock on wood, pretty good avoiding penalties or avoiding a lot of holding penalties when Asen Hansen gets out of the pocket. And he really hasn't had to scramble as much this year. They've set nice, clean pockets for him. And so scrambling is more a sign of when the DBs are doing a really good job, nothing open, then I'll take off. But he is not being flushed out of the pocket near as much as he maybe was last year.
And the offensive line has done a great job of being very disciplined. So great job by this coaching staff for coaching them up and making sure they don't make those costly penalties.
We look forward to tonight. We expect Perry to run the ball a lot. You look at their stats on the season so far, not too many passes. I believe under 100 pass yards on the season so far, if I remember correctly. They're going to run the ball a lot, so you're going to have to look to this defensive front for Jones to really stand tall and kind of facing a war of attrition. And we know how good this defensive line is, but when they're constantly having to battle on runs, we'll see how they can hold up.
Well, not even just the defensive line. The linebackers, too, are great at recognizing it and blocking holes to prevent big play runs. Luke DeBusk has done a great job of keeping big yard runs to small amounts.
You can see the two teams now heading to the field for the coin toss. And the coin toss is brought to you by Bail Bonds by Tamara. Have you missed the ball on paying a ticket? Call Bail Bonds by Tamara at 405-200-5110. 15-plus years of serving the community, Boston. That's Bail Bonds by Tamara.
That's a long time.
So the captain's out there for the coin toss. The Perry Maroons will not be in maroon jerseys. They got maroon pants, I'll give them that, but they've got gray jerseys on. Jones in the away whites. It's a couple of minutes away from kickoff here. We'll see how Jones comes after a bye week as well. That can always be tough. It's an early bye week, but it's a bye week nonetheless. They've had a whole week off of game action. We'll see how they come out to start this game.
Yeah, Perry as well coming off a bye week, so they've had 2 whole weeks to scout this Jones team and try and figure out ways to stop this elite offense and break down this defense.
It's quite warm this afternoon and this evening. It's starting to cool down maybe a little bit to more comfortable temperatures, and the sun mercifully starting to lower a little bit. Should be a beautiful night for football. We'll step away one more time on the countdown to kickoff and be back with the kickoff on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
You're watching Jones Longhorns football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Team starting to head out onto the field here, just about to get underway with district play. Jones 3-0 against Perry 0-3. Like we said in the countdown to kickoff, it's kind of a fresh slate when you start district play.
Yeah, whenever you get around here is when the real season starts. Now you got to worry about your wins and losses against these district teams, fighting for those playoff spots.
Perry will receive the opening kickoff. So Jones will start on defense and then get the ball to start the second half. Colson Lindsay will do the kicking as usual for Jones. He's been spot on this season, just as he was last season.
Number 19, Colson Lindsley set to kick for Jones. 8 for the Maroons. Number 3, Jackson Miner. And number 7, Andrew Cuckoo.
Jackson Miner and Andrew Kukuk back to return for Perry, as we're just about ready to get this one underway. Of course, the Jones faithful traveled well as always, and Colson Lindsay starts district play off with a kick, and it will go out of bounds. But I believe that Kukuk touched it first. So no free kick out of bounds. It could have been an opportunity there for Perry to have good field position if they let that one go out of bounds, but they touched it before it did, so they will start this drive around the 15-yard line.
Yeah,
Call it
that's
the
a lot
16.
of yards that Perry could have used to get a touchdown on his Jones defense.
They'll start with a run up the middle and nowhere to go. That Jones defensive front we were talking about stacks them up immediately.
It looked like they just engaged 8 there, fully expecting to run, knowing what's coming from this Perry offense.
Well, if we can do the research, then you know they can as well. That's what Perry's going to do. They're going to run the football quite a bit. When nowhere on that play, so it'll be second down. Gunnar Farrar is the quarterback. They'll have a handoff again, and again, nowhere to go. This time, Eli DeBusk right in there immediately. Hernandez as well coming off the edge. So a couple of runs, nowhere to go. It'll be 3rd and 10. We'll see if Perry wants to switch it up here.
Yeah, this Jones box defense has done a great job so far this year, limiting runs to small amounts and making sure that no running back can build up steam getting downhill.
I mean, we see stacked boxes all the time in football, but, I mean, the safeties are way up here for Jones. They know the scouting report.
Yeah, the farthest defender back is only 10 yards off the ball.
Perry letting the play clock roll all the way down here, and they just get the snap off, or no, they don't, not in time. It's blown dead here. And the Maroons take a timeout just before a delay of game penalty. It'll be 3rd and 10 when we come back on the Oklahoma Sports Network. First quarter of this game is brought to you by Elemental Insulation, proudly serving Oklahoma with trusted residential and commercial insulation services. It is 3rd and 10 here on the first possession of the game for the Perry Maroons. Kukuk takes a direct snap this time. He keeps it on the option play, trying to get to the outside, hurdles a defender, but not much room. It'll be 4th and long.
And number 10, Drew Thomas, able to get through the defense and get to Kukuk there, stopping him from getting a big play.
Thomas has had a really nice start to the season from the safety position and as a punt returner, where he'll back up for those duties now. A couple of interceptions already on the season. Fumble recovery. Nice tackle there on 3rd down to force the punt. Nazarov will do the kicking and punting for the Maroons. High snap, he fields it and gets this one away. Thomas will let this one go, bounces at the 50, and will go out of bounds at the Jones 48. So good starting field position for this Jones offense. They'll take the field. I expect them, Boston, to also have a heavy dose of run early.
Yeah, they've done a great job so far this year hammering it down defenses' throats. So I wouldn't expect anything different from a team that hasn't shown great defensive promise so far.
First running back to take the field in this game is Jose Taylor. Usually you see a couple of guys out there before him, but he had a really good game against Bethany a couple of weeks ago, and getting a start here. He'll take the first handoff off the middle, has lots of room across into Perry territory. Just like that, a positive game, make it 2nd and 2.
And normally you don't see a running back at his size, only 5'5", but he uses it there to wiggle through the defensive line and get past some linebackers as well.
He's a hard runner, even at that short stature. He's hard to bring down. Has some shiftiness to him as well. He'll get another handoff, slip through one tackle, and then is drugged down.
Jose Taylor, the ball carrier, brought down by number 21, Caleb Frable.
Frable with the tackle there. A nice tackle. Just a 1 yard gain. It's going to be a 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches type situation here.
Yeah, Frable just able to grab onto Taylor's shirt there and hold on for dear life and pull him down.
Saved the first down for sure. Taylor had some room to work after that. Another handoff for Taylor, 3 in a row, and he gets across for the first down. He's past the 40-yard line.
And number 2, Asher Robinson on the tackle there from the linebacker position. Able to just go at Taylor's legs and get him down.
Spot the ball at the Maroon 38-yard line.
Robinson, a guy I remember playing linebacker for them in the game last year and showing up some, doing it early here as well. 1st and 10, 3 runs so far for the Longhorns, but they pick up the first down with it. This time, Jose Taylor in motion to the left side. Hansen looked to throw that way. Instead, they set up the screen the other way. It's Trip Rogers. He's got room to run and some blockers. Rogers pushes over a defender. He's got the first down and more right around the 20.
The offense does a great job there of moving Taylor around, making him think the play's going that direction, and even shifting the offensive line, half of it at least, in the same direction, fooling the defense and having Trip Rogers leak out the other way for the big play.
Really good play calling that time. Advanced play calling. That's some of that modern flashiness I was talking about in the countdown to kickoff. Hansen has an empty backfield here. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. That's Hunter Purvis. Quick slant into the middle of the field. Nice gain. That was Evan Collier, who's got really good wheels. Speedy receiver. Quickly got open on the slant that time.
Yeah, with nobody else on the right side of the field, that middle was pretty open to go at with no defenders helping over on the other side.
Going to be 2nd and about 2 here. Up to the 11-yard line. Make it 2nd and 1. Taylor in the backfield at the right hip of Hansen. He'll take the handoff to the outside. Has room to work, trying to get to the edge, and he is upended. Out there making the tackle is Grant Hodge. He comes up from his DB spot.
Hodge does a great job there of getting off the block of the receiver and just breaking down, getting square with Taylor and making sure he can defend him everywhere he goes. And Taylor just really doesn't seem to try to go around him. And the defender can just grab his legs and take him down.
Got enough for the first down, though, did Jose Taylor. He's still out there behind Hansen. Kind of a condensed formation here. Another handoff for Jose Taylor to the outside. Pick up a couple of yards. I believe I was right, Boston. They are having a heavy dose of the run here early on, but it's been working for them.
Yeah, this defense just hasn't shown that they can really defend it yet, holding their shortest run because of a lucky tackle on a sure hold.
So it'll be 2nd down here. Jones knocking on the door of the end zone.
I think we can expect to run up the middle here.
Been doing it all drive long, and it's worked for him. We talked about the offensive line earlier on. Jose Taylor, another run, trying to break the plane. And he does for the touchdown. Jose Taylor puts his stamp on the drive here early. A lot of runs for him, and he was able to punch it in.
Yeah, like you mentioned, that offensive line just does a great job there of opening up a hole for Taylor to get through, and he's just able to walk right in with no problems at all.
So Jones on the board first here to make it 6-0, and right now looks like they're going to go for 2. Jason Hansen still out there with the offense. Jose Taylor at the right hip of Hansen. We've got a big old number 62, Omar Ruiz Mendez, on the right side of the formation. They throw to the left side, though, and it is open for Collier to get in for the 2-point conversion. More trickery that time with the eyes, getting the defensive eyes looking one way, throwing at the other. And Jones is on top, 8-0 on the Oklahoma Sports Network. A steady diet of Jose Taylor runs up the middle, including the 1-yard run to punch it in. Makes it Jones 8-0. That scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition, bringing you the best smoothies and energizing drinks in town at 9244 Hiawassee Suite 400. Check them out on social media. Just stop in and say hi.
On the 2-point conversion, they set up that screen pass you were talking about earlier, Zach. Able to have 2 receivers there to block and just pave a way for Collier to get around and get through.
So Colson Lindsay will kick it away. Kukuk back to return along with Jackson Minor. It was all runs for Perry on their first drive, but Jones shut it down. Jones on their drive, pretty much all runs. They threw a couple of screen plays, but so far in this game, both teams wanting to establish the run. This ball is going to check up and then finally rolls into the end zone. That one could have been disaster for Perry, but it finally rolls into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, near perfect kick there from Colson Lindsay. Just put a little bit too much on it as it rolled right over that goal line.
The Jones defense back out there. They stood tall on the first defensive possession. I mentioned Gunnar Farrar, the quarterback for this Perry team. And they'll start up on the 25. Going to be a handoff for Kukuk, and he has nowhere to go. He's hitting the backfield, slipped up for a little bit more, but then play was cleaned up.
Yeah, this Jones D line just is picking apart the Perry offensive line right now. Getting to the runner with very much ease and almost immediately every single play.
Wyatt Ellison was in on the tackle, wearing 88 in the middle there. The Maroons not shy about how they want to kill the clock early in this game, try to limit possessions for Jones as they let the play clock dwindle under 10, now down to 5 seconds to go before they even line up here. Another run play, this time to the outside, pick up a couple. That's Andrew Kukuk. And it'll bring up third down.
It looks like they got just ahead of the original line of scrimmage there. So able to pick up 1 to 2 yards on a good outside run.
Hernandez made the tackle. He has had a couple of really good games in a row. Had an interception in the game against Kiefer, and then in the game at Bethany, had a couple of sacks and a couple of TFLs. That time he makes the tackle for just a short game to bring up 3rd and 9. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Farrar looking to throw this time, and he has a man open. They don't throw very often, but that time Asher Robinson makes the catch. And they will move the chains.
Yeah, Jones just caught off there with the pass. I don't think they were expecting it this early in the game to them to resort to such extremes for this offense. And Asher just able to get around the defender and end up barely getting that first down.
I start with 6 run plays in a row and then go to the play action. Got Farrar rolling out to his right. And he fired it right on the money to Asher Robinson.
Completion number 7 on the year for him.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 31. And they go back to the run here up the middle, slightly to the right side, and it's a herd of Longhorns bringing down Kukuk.
Yeah, the O-line able to get a little bit of a hold there for Kukuk to go through, but those Jones linebackers are just there to stop him in his tracks no matter what.
Talked so much about Luke DeBus, but his brother Eli in on the tackle that time.
And Eli, from what I've seen, leads the team in solo tackles as a sophomore.
He was really good in special teams last year, still plays good special teams this year, and is getting more involved in the regular defense. He's a starting linebacker next to his brother Luke. Between those two, running backs have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Have a lot to evade if they even get past this defensive line. Perry trying for a push here, not much there again. Dorian Wiley and Michael Renfro in the middle pushing them back.
Yeah, pretty much the same story there. Jones D-line and linebackers able to just pull them down the runner no matter what.
Michael Renfro there at defensive tackle listed at 6'1", 326 pounds. He is a force up the middle. really tough matchup for opposing guards and centers. He's been really good this season as well. And on the stop there, makes it 3rd and 5, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Brought to you by Elemental Insulation. Three seconds on the play clock. Farrar will hand off up the middle. I don't think they're going to get there. Renfro again. Wiley as well, pushing them back.
The D-line just closing every gap that this O-line is trying to open up for their backs.
No gain on the play.
No gain makes it 4th and 5, or they give them a loss of a yard at 4th and 6. And it looks like the punting unit will come on for the Maroons.
4th down for the Maroons. Number 88, Saeed Nazaroff in punt formation for Perry.
Saeed Nazaroff will punt this one away. Thomas back to return. He let the last one go and gave him good field position. They marched down the field and scored. Line drive kick this time. Thomas will let it bounce. He'll field it and try for a return. Up the middle, trying to slip tackles. He's over the logo and will be brought down at the 48. So the same starting field position as their last drive where they marched it down the field. With the rushing attack, Jones takes over.
Yeah, Thomas there just lets that line drive kick bounce right into his arms and was able to slip one tackle, but the tackler was able to slow him down enough for a group of his friends to get there and knock him down.
It was all Jose Taylor last drive, and in on this drive, John Quay Johnson, who has also had a nice couple of stretch of games. Maria's shown off his elusiveness. Collier across the formation to the left side. Hanson throws that way to Hardeman, trying to set up the screen. Hardeman had room to run. He's shifty as well. He's across the 40 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, Collier going in motion there to set up a screen pass and a blocker with speed to push back the defenders who were already sagging off Hardeman pretty good there.
They didn't have numbers. Perry had numbers on that, but as you mentioned, the DBs were sagged off a little bit. Gives Hardeman room to work with his quick feet, and he was able to pick up enough for the first down and move the sticks with just one play. Johnson, the running back, at the right hip of Hanson. He'll take a handoff or no. Hanson keeps it to the right side. He's got room to run, and Hodge trying to stack him up and finally brings him down up to the 30-yard line as Hanson.
Yeah, Hodge does a great job there of breaking his feet down, getting square, and just driving into the legs of Hanson, making sure he got nowhere to go after that.
A couple of times now, Grant Hodge has made textbook tackles up from that DB position.
8-yard gain on the play.
8 yards, though, for Asen Hanson on the QB keeper. Makes it 2nd and 2. Under a minute to go in the first quarter, brought to you by Elemental Installations. Johnson in motion. Hanson throws that way. Hardeman again. Has room to work. Throws a stiff arm. Still on his feet. He'll spin out of bounds. Picks up the first down and much more. He's up into the red zone.
A similar look as that earlier screen pass from this drive, but instead of using Collier as a receiver, they motion over the running back Johnson to set up a bigger body and a heavier block for Hardeman.
This time they've got 3 stacked to the right side, or 3 receivers to the right. There'll be a handoff for John Quay Johnson. He's got a lot of room up the right side and is hit down up around the 5-yard line. Right side of the offensive line that time did a nice job. Ty Duran and Garrett Clark.
And no defenders there off the original line of scrimmage. Just letting Johnson get up and get a few yards that they would definitely love to keep when Jones is marching on the end zone again.
Jones up 8-0 with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter, trying to score another one before the end of the quarter. Handoff for John Quay Johnson again. Slips one tackle, getting slippery up the middle, and he is in for the touchdown. John Quay Johnson continues his hot start to the season.
Yeah, what a job by the offensive line to get his initial hole open for Johnson to go through. And then a great job by Johnson to evade multiple defenders and slip through tackles to get through and finally get to the end zone and score those 6 points.
Another interesting formation here for a potential 2-point try. And now they will switch it into a PAT. Lindsay's been money on these all year long. And he is money once again. Jones now up 15-0. 4 seconds to go in the first quarter on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Couple of screens to Carlos Hardiman, and a couple of runs. One from Mason Hansen that got some good yardage, and then John Coy Johnson 2 in a row to punch it in to make it 15-0 Jones here at the end of the first quarter. That scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition and 9244 Hiawassee Suite 400.
Yeah, this Jones offense operating at all levels right now. Just picking apart this Perry defense with everything that they're giving them.
And each time, because of the stout defense, they've had short field position. Each of their first 2 drives started at their own 48, and they were immediately able to march down the field.
Yeah, I think going on in this game, we can expect to see more of those screen passes out of this Jones offense, with the cornerbacks playing about 10 yards off of Hardiman every single play.
When he has room to work with his quick feet and shiftiness, he is going to pick up good yardage every time. Lindsey with a line drive kick. The right side will be fielded by Jackson Miner, the first returnable kick for the Perry Maroons, and up on the far sideline, he'll be pushed out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
All right, let's see if Perry comes out with anything new like that play-action play they had last drive.
They were to move the sticks with the play-action pass on 3rd down on the last drive, but then they went right back to the run 3 plays in a row and were forced to punt. That'll be the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter. Jones leads 15-0 on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow.
Zach Reynolds, Boston Barnett, back with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jones leads 15-0 as we are about to start the second quarter here in Perry, Oklahoma. Jones defense stout so far against the run, which is the identity of this Perry offense. They have thrown 1 pass and it was completion for a first down. Let's see if they go back to it more here. Gunnar Farrar, the quarterback, will hand off. Kukuk up the middle, had room that time. DeBusk on the stop, but that may be the best run they've had so far.
I believe it is. I think they got 5 yards on that one play there, which is more than they got the entire first drive, so they're going in the right direction.
Trying to block it up in the middle. Perry frankly doesn't have quite the size when you look at the heights and weights on the offensive line that Jones does, but if you got good technique, that's more important than just about anything. That time they blocked it up well. So it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 33. Another handoff. Kukuk lost his footing for a second. Going to pick up a couple of more. It'll be 3rd and short. That time Jet Bybee on the stop.
Yeah, it looked like the exact same play there. And if it gets 5 yards the first time, you'll get a first down if the same thing happens again. Just not able to cleanly get through the hole and able to get brought down by this Jones defense.
It'll be 3rd and 3. And again, Perry trying to limit possessions against Jones as they really let this play clock run down every time, trying to let the clock drain. Now they'll set up. Farrar under center. This time a handoff to the fullback and pushed back immediately. Michael Renfro again got off the ball quickly and forces 4th down.
Yeah, Renfro there does a great job of just pushing the O-lineman off to the side and wrapping up that fullback immediately. Not even able to get 1 step before there was an arm around him.
4th down, and they contemplate keeping the offense out. Now it looks like the punt unit will come on. Michael Renfro shuts down a promising start to that drive for Perry, and Jones will look to take back over. Nazarov back on the punt. High snap, but Nazarov gets it away. Thomas lets this one bounce, fields it. Up the middle, trying to break a tackle, and he does. Breaks another to the outside and manages to get up to the 45 when it looked like he could have been dropped back at the 35. So decent return there for Drew Thomas. And again, good field position for Jones.
Yeah, Jackson Miner, the first one there after Thomas grabbed the ball and was able to hold on to his foot pretty well, but Thomas just able to wiggle him off and then break another tackle and get through to about the 45-yard line.
Jones 2 for 2 on touchdown drives so far. Jose Taylor back out for this drive at the left hip of Asen Hansen. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left at the bottom of your screen is Carlos Hardiman Jr. He'll catch it out there and a hook and ladder to Jose Taylor. And look at him barrel forward. He'll be near to the first down marker, if not across it. Depends on where he stepped out. Looks like they're going to give him the first.
Yeah, there's more of that trickery you were talking about earlier. An old-fashioned trick play there, hook and ladder. Able to fool the defense, luckily. But luckily for the defense, Hardiman moved a defender away from him who was able to get there and make the play.
Not easy to execute that play, but Jones did it to perfection there. They'll throw it out to Hardiman again, more traditional screen this time, and it's going to take a couple of Maroons to bring him down, and Hardiman right at the first down sticks again.
There's going to be a flag in the backfield.
Hansen got rid of it quickly. We'll see. The officials will talk this over.
Look like it'll be on number 78 for Jones, Garrett Clark.
So this would back up Jones. They could have had 2 first downs in a row. Instead, they'll be backed up here with the penalty. .909 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, it just looked like Clark was being a little bit too aggressive with the block at the end of the play there. Able to draw the flag.
Regardless, though, you can tell that Carlos Hardiman is a focal point of the offense this week in the game plan. They're getting the ball to him quickly and a lot here.
Yeah, already 4 receptions on the game, all on these little screen passes set up for him. And it's working. They can't stop it so far.
So instead of a first down and 10 in Perry territory, it is 1st and 20 from the Jones 47 after the penalty. Hardiman across the formation to the right side. Hansen looking that way. Now we'll throw it to the middle of the field. Has Ace Guthrie, and it's knocked out. That was Wyatt Carson with the last-minute knockout to save a big play for the Perry defense.
Yeah, Ace Guthrie does a great job there of hitting the seam, and Nathan Hansen does another great job of finding him open and just lobs it up. But Hansen underthrew the ball a little bit. Guthrie had to slow down, and maybe that's what allowed the defender to get back up there and make the play.
That was another play trying to get the defense looking one way and throwing it the other. It's been creative play calling in the first half from Coach Kevin Wood and Coach Ted Durrell. Hardiman another screen this time. Breaks through some defenders and is going to drag one. And that's going to make it about 3rd and 5 after it was 2nd and 20. Nice pick up there from Hardiman.
Yeah, a lot of defenders there initially, but just so spread out and not together that Hardiman's able to wiggle through and pick up about 15 yards there.
15-yard gain on the play.
Be 3rd and 4. Jones on the ball quickly here. Hansen tried a hard count. Nobody jumps. Taylor's the running back. Hardiman alone to the bottom of your screen on the left side of the formation. 3 receivers will be stacked on the right side. Now Taylor shifts out of the backfield. So it's going to be empty for Hansen. Hansen looking to throw, fires to the right side, has Collier. He's got room to face up the defender. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet to the right side, showing off the wheels now. Evan Collier into the red zone.
What a great job there by Collier to get the ball and then notice the defender immediately and back juke and get away from him. The defender clipped his legs, but he's able to use his agility to keep going. And then number 32 for Perry, Dustin Nix, able to get him out of bounds there.
They're giving these wide receivers space, and the Jones pass catchers know what to do with it. Similar formation here. Hansen fakes a pitch, will keep it up the middle. He's got room, showing off the athletic ability. What a juke inside, and it's going to take 3 Perry Maroons to bring him down. He's inside the 10.
Yeah, we talk about these Jones running backs all the time, about how disciplined they are and how well they can evade tacklers. But Asen Hansen is able to do the same as well. So, just a great running team overall in every aspect of the game.
They're up to the 8-yard line here. Jose Taylor, the running back, right hip of Hansen. Hansen looking towards the left. Throws this one up for Carlos Hardiman. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Carlos Hardiman on the back shoulder fade, and Jones continues to pour it on here in the first half.
Yeah, Hansen knew where he was going right as he got the ball, eyeing down Hardiman, and delivers a bullet to the back shoulder that the defender just isn't able to defend.
We talk about Hardiman's speed and athleticism so much. We can easily forget he's listed at 6'2", 190. That's a pretty nice target for a jump ball.
Yeah.
And that time, a nice throw from Hansen where only his guy could get it, and Hardiman made the catch. 21-0 Jones, and Colson Lindsay on for the extra point attempt. 7:20 to go here in the second quarter. And Lindsay pushes it through 22-0. Jones with a big-time lead here in the first half on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Longhorns up 22-0. Carlos Hardiman Jr. with the catch in the end zone from Asen Hansen. Scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition. Bring you the best smoothies and energizing drinks in town. And they're proud supporters of Jones Athletics at 9244 Hiawassee Suite 400.
And those first two drives for Jones, mostly supported by the run game, but they switched it up there. Went mostly pass plays there. A lot of them to Hardiman, even a couple to Collier for some big yards.
The only run was an Asen Hansen design run on a fake pitch that got them inside the 10 and set up that touchdown pass to Carlos Hardiman Jr. Perry will get the ball back as Lindsay boots it away. Nice kick this time. Kukuk will take it. Will try for a return. Trying to break it towards that far sideline and didn't have room. Jones' special team coverage gets him in there.
It looked like he tried to cut back there, but too many defenders to let him escape and get through.
It's what you want to see when you're a coach, or especially special teams coach, special teams coverage. A lot of white hats on the football that time. Perry takes over. Our last drive, they had a 5-yard gain on first down, and eventually we're in a 3rd and 3 situation, but Michael Renfro turned them away on 3rd down. He's had a good game so far. Nowhere to run this time. Robinson got the carry that time. He's the guy who made the catch earlier in the game on the one throw so far for Perry. Jesse Hernandez in on the stop. He has been lights out this season for the Longhorns.
Yeah, Hernandez initially taking the pitch man there where the ball has been going, but able to realize that the ball was handed off to the fullback and just wrap him up and get him down. Great eyes by the high schooler.
Well, it's good IQ, and it's also really good athleticism to make that change of direction, and that's what Jesse Hernandez brings. 6:30 to go in the second quarter. Be 2nd and 10 for the Maroons. Farrar with a hands-off, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss. The whole defense there pushing them back.
Yeah, with Perry only having one wide receiver out each way, it allows Jones to put almost every defender they have up the middle and just ready for these runs that they know this offense is going to play.
So it'll be 3rd and 11. See if they go back to the play action here, Boston.
They're going to need it.
Been under center most of the game. More of a shotgun formation here for Gunnar Farrar. High snap, he gets it down, and he is wrapped up immediately. Jesse Hernandez off the edge.
The offensive line just not ready for the speed of Hernandez there as he immediately gets in the backfield and is able to take down the quarterback.
And somehow Farrar evaded him. Wyatt Ellison off the opposite edge was coming in quickly as well. Just good defense all the way around, and another Maroons punt is coming.
Yeah, the Perry had 4 receivers out that time, 2 on each side. The first time we've seen that. So maybe we'll see it again later.
Nazarov will have to punt this one away from the shadow of his own end zone, so they'll have to block this up well. Thomas ahead of the 50-yard line for a potential return. This one angled towards the sideline. Thomas takes it, has some room to work. He is all the way up to the Perry 35 before being pushed back. Robinson in on the tackle.
Yeah, when he grabs the ball, Hodge is there right on him, but just able to get around him and get Hodge to slip up on this grass field. And then it just not enough space for him to get through, and 3 defenders able to push him back.
I also want to point out that Drew Thomas does it a lot, and he makes it look easy, catching these punts on a bounce. That's not typically taught. That's pretty hard to do, and he makes it really easy to field these punts, even on some tough bounces. He's got his team in good field position again.
That's just pure coordination and athleticism from the kid.
1st and 10 from the 33, best starting field position so far for the Longhorns. Trick play here, Hardiman maybe looking to throw. Here's this one out, looking for Asen Hansen. Hansen tracks it, he catches it, and he's in for the touchdown. Last drive, Hansen threw a touchdown pass to Hardiman. This time, Hardiman returns the favor.
You love to see the enthusiasm from the kids getting into the game here. The double pitch fake, straight out of Dan Campbell's playbook from the Detroit Lions.
Think they're having fun out there, Boston?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
28-0.
And if the hook and ladder works, he might as well just start trying stuff.
Right now they're set up to potentially go for 2, and they will. And it's going to be incomplete. That was Cade Templeton who was throwing the pass. Incomplete. It'll stay at 28-0. One play, a trick play, touchdown from Hardiman to Hansen this time on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Longhorns up 28-0 after the trick play touchdown pass from Hardiman to Hansen. A quick, easy, and fun scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition. You can find them at 9244 Hiawassee Suite 400. Check them out. Just stop in and say hi anytime you want, or you can check them out on social media as well. 4:45 to go in the first half, and Jones will kick it back to the Perry Maroons. So far, so good for the Longhorns in district play. Miner fields his punt, trying to break to the far sideline. Not much room. He's up around the 30-yard line, just shy of it.
Able to work through a couple of defenders there, but just too many to get all the way through.
This Jones defensive line is, we talked about in the countdown to kickoff, is going to have their work cut out for them. They were going to have to make a lot of plays, and so far they have done exactly their job.
Yeah, they knew they had a heavy task at hand, and they have handled it with nothing but grace. Being physical with this offensive line and just tearing them apart.
Michael Renfro is shut down drives all by himself. Last drive, it was Jesse Hernandez with a couple of stops to end it. Handoff up the middle. Not much room. Hernandez in the backfield again with a number of Longhorns.
Yeah, just another up the middle run there from Perry that this defense is expecting almost every play now.
Clock down to 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second quarter. Be 2nd and 10 from the 29. Farrar hands off to the fullback this time. Picks up a few yards and then is drove down. Luke DeBuskin on the stop.
And the first time they tried that, it was completely obliterated by this Jones defensive line. But this time they're able to make a hole and get a few yards off of it.
I believe that was Jet Kennedy who had the run there.
Maroon 31-yard line.
They're bringing up 3rd and 8 here. Still just one pass in this game. It was a play-action pass on 3rd down that was completed for a first down conversion. It's the only first down conversion the Maroons have so far. We'll see if they go back to something similar here or try another run. It is play-action. Farrar rolls out right. Fires this one towards the sideline. It's caught, but just shy of the first down marker. It's going to be 4th and a short 2 or a long 1.
To the right side.
Yeah, good comeback route there from Brand West, number 20 for Perry. Just runs a bit too far back for the first down.
Tackle was made by number 4, Cade Templeton.
It was Cade Templeton in coverage who made sure that West didn't get any extra yardage. And so Jones will try for a 4th down stand here. Down 28-0. Perry already going for it. Trying for a hard count. Didn't get a jump. Farrar will check the sideline. And now Perry will just call a timeout. We'll see if they come back for a 4th down go again or just come back in punt formation. We'll step aside for a second on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Out of the timeout, Perry comes onto the field in punt formation. I'd be weary of any trickery here. Perry down 28-0 with 3:20 to go in the first half. Thomas back to return.
Number 88, Saeed Nazaroff in punt formation for Perry. Deep for Jones, number 10.
Nazaroff will kick this one away. This is his best punt yet. Thomas fields it on a fly, turns around, spins, has some room to work, trying to get to the edge. He's across the 40, still on his feet across the 50, and into Perry territory. Drew Thomas having a night as a punt returner.
Yeah, he feels that while running backwards over the shoulder punt catch. You don't see that very often. And able to just run around a couple of defenders who weren't ready to turn quite so fast. And then able to get up that sideline and eventually get tackled by number 32, Dustin Nix.
I mean, at this point, he's just showing off.
Jones takes over.
And, again, a punt returner
7-yard
is not just measured by how many kickoff return touchdowns he has. I mean, you look at him playing and play out on punt return, he is making a lot out of not much sometimes. Thomas doing well to put his team in a good position on offense. Hansen throws a little swing out to Jonquay Johnson. He's got room to run and blockers in front of him.
to number 5, John
Nice pickup on first down, up to around the 40.
Down by number 3,
Number 3, Jackson Minor on the tackle. Johnson able to work through a couple of defenders with his elusiveness and then eventually just brought down with a nice
on the play.
textbook leg tackle there.
Gain of 7 to make it 2nd and 3. 2:40 to go in the first half. Jones can move the ball quickly. 2 receivers to each side. Johnson's the running back. Now he'll go in motion to the left side. Hansen fake going that way. Now fires it to the right side. Hunter Purvis breaks the tackle, but cannot get past the second tackle effort from Dustin Nix.
32, Dustin.
A good effort for a trick play there. Just the defense was all over it that time. Able to get like 5 defenders around Purvis and able to bring him down.
He's able to move the sticks, though, with his elusiveness of the first would-be tackler. Of course, last game at Bethany, Hunter Purvis returned to kickoff for a touchdown, so we know about his speed and elusiveness. Showed it off just enough to get the first down there.
And maybe they were thinking, we haven't used this guy. They won't be expecting him to get the ball. He'll get a big play.
Collier across the formation this time. Hansen has some time. Now will step up. Slings this one in the middle of the field. Too tall for Hardiman.
Hanson's pass falls incomplete.
Didn't set his feet on the throw that time.
Carlos Hardiman.
Yeah, if he does set his feet and wait just a split second there, he had Hunter Purvis on the post wide open for the touchdown. But just in the heat of the moment, you don't really think of these things, and you just go with the flow. Unfortunately, it just wasn't working there for them.
They're trying to reset here on 2nd and 10 with 1:51 to go in the half. Johnson still the running back. Behind the formation comes Ace Guthrie. It'll be a handoff for Jonquay Johnson to the right side. He's got good burst. He's going to pick up
Johnson
good amount of yardage to make this 3rd and short.
Johnson is definitely a speedster back. His acceleration is second to none on this team. So he's able to get really fast, really downhill.
He'll stay in as running back on 3rd and 1. Hansen looking to throw, though. Will step into this throw, throwing it towards the sideline and out of reach.
Hansen's pass falls incomplete. Pass was intended for number 3, Hunter
It was Purvis there at the pylon, but that was covered up well by the DB, Gunnar Farrar, the quarterback, playing DB as well.
Hansen just going for that back shoulder fade there. On a line drive of a pass, Purvis just unable to recognize it as quickly and get his hands to the ball.
Hansen, though, did a nice job of putting that where only his receiver could get it, and if he did it, nobody would. Kept the ball out of harm's way. Looks like they'll go for it on 4th and 1 here. Johnson behind Hansen. He'll get the handoff up the gut. Looks like he's got plenty for a first down.
Yeah, like I mentioned, that acceleration can also be used as strength, able to power through that defensive line and push through for about 5 yards there.
Clock trickles down inside a minute 10 to go in the half. Jones will pick up the tempo a little bit here. Hansen looking towards that left side. Instead throws to the middle of the field. It's caught and a touchdown. Nice catch that time from Hunter Purvis. Had a little bit of traffic, but he brought it in, and Jones scores again.
And you can tell this drive they wanted to get Purvis the ball in some way. 3 targets, 2 receptions, 1 of them for a touchdown.
He's a key receiver for them.
And Hansen does a great job of placing that ball. It gets between the defender that's on Purvis as well as the one roaming the middle.
Another 2-point try perhaps. And now they will shift into PAT formation. Templeton will hold. Lindsay to kick it. Good snap, good hold. And a perfect kick right down the middle. 35-0. Jones with the lead with 55 seconds to go on the first half on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt.
Jones back to the passing game on that drive and finished it off with a touchdown pass from Asen Hansen to Hunter Purvis in the middle of the field. Nice catch from Purvis. Makes it 35-0 with 55 seconds to go in the first half. That scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition, proud supporters of Jones Athletics. You can find them at 9244 Hiawassee, Suite 400.
Yeah, this offense has done a great job of spreading the love. You had a drive go mostly to Hunter Purvis, a drive go to Carlos Hardiman, a drive to Taylor, and a drive to Johnson.
Speaks volumes about the depth of talent on this offense and the team in general. Getting everybody involved. Minor takes this return, picked it up off the ground, and he's still on his feet, has some room, and the kicker, Colson Lindsay, will have to shove him out of bounds, but this will be the best starting field position by far for the Perry Maroons. The only problem, only 48 seconds to go in the half, and they're down to just 1 timeout, I believe.
Yeah, Minor and Kukuk just let that ball bounce, and then the ball stops off the bounce. Goes nowhere, and he's just able to pick it up and somehow work his way around the entire kickoff team.
So 48 seconds. We'll see what the Maroons draw up here. A pitch to the outside. Kukuk with it. And he'll go down after a gain of about 1. Bybee from the safety position in on the step. DeBusk as well. And linebacker.
I mean, I want to say this is the best field position that Perry has had the entire game.
I believe so. That was a nice return from Jackson Minor. But they just did not have a lot of time to work with. Jones will get the ball to start the second half as well.
And this will likely be the last play of this half here.
Yeah, they're letting the clock tick down under 10 seconds to go in the half. Farrar under center. A pitch the opposite way to Kukuk. And a tackle for loss that time, nowhere to run.
Andrew Cuckoo.
Drew Thomas
Number 10, Drew Thomas.
in there. He's had a nice game as a returner that time from safety. He gets a tackle for loss, and that puts a stamp on the first half. Jones, like you mentioned, a little bit of everything on offense. Multiple people getting involved, including an Asen Hansen touchdown catch. 35-0. Jones leads at Perry as we head to halftime on the Oklahoma Sports Network. You're watching Jones Longhorns football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Just about to start the second half. The Longhorns lead 35-0 on the road against the Perry Maroons. Boston, the offense, was firing on all cylinders, scored on every possession they had in the first half.
Yeah, the depth of this offense knows no bounds. 5 different players scoring touchdowns so far in this game in those 5 possessions.
And Jones starts the second half with the football as Perry had the opening kickoff. Jones gets the second half kickoff and a chance to march right back down the field and add to this 35-0 lead.
Yeah, I think we can expect more of that one-sided scoring in this half.
Of course, we talk about the offense and the defense pitching a shutout so far, especially that defensive front doing their job against the run.
Yeah, this Jones defense only allowing, 1-2 first downs the entire half?
Not much. It's been all runs except for 2 passes, both completed for Perry. One was for a first down, one was just shy of the sticks.
Well, and then there was the sack by Jesse Hernandez as well.
This one will be fielded for Jones by Hunter Purvis. Had a kick return touchdown last week, and this time he's up near midfield. Nice return through traffic that time up to the Perry 45, or the Jones 45, rather.
And Purvis there just being extra careful with every step he took, able to get past every defender, just tripped up by the very last one that brought him down. If he stays up there, he's got nobody in front of him and a clean field all the way to the end zone.
Jones has started every possession from the 44 or closer. This one marked at the 44 is actually the longest starting field position they've had so far in this game. They were backed up a tad more than this at one point due to a penalty, but the offense, the return game, the defense, all working as one unit in this game for sure. Hanson fakes a handoff to Johnson, sidesteps the defender. Now will air this one out, looking for Hunter Purvis. He's tracking it, and he cannot quite haul it in. Farrar, the opposing quarterback, in coverage. Nice effort that time from Purvis to get around and get his hands on the ball, but that's going to be a tough catch even for an NFL player, let alone high school.
Yeah, Purvis there on the post route, able to get into single coverage, was exactly what Jones wanted. And Hanson does a great job of avoiding multiple defenders in the backfield and getting that ball off. Purvis, though, just jumps up, back shoulder, just wasn't able to reel it in.
It's an elite play all the way around. By Hanson, Purvis, and the defender Farrar. This time, Hanson fires out to Purvis. He breaks a tackle, showing off the speed now as he has the edge, spinning and staying in bounds. He's across the Perry 40.
Yeah, moves past that DB, uses his acceleration to get upfield and tries to spin back, but one defender grabbed his foot, one grabbed him by the shoulder pad, and 2 beats 1 in most cases, and they were able to bring him down.
Up to the Perry 37. Back into familiar Perry territory are the Longhorns here. Jonquay Johnson still the halfback. Hanson faked it to him, fires to Collier, and look at his speed go. He breaks away, and Evan Collier will score. Pretty much untouched. That's pure speed and acceleration that time.
Yeah, gets the ball on the screen pass with Hardiman as the blocker, able to cut inside past the defender and then use Hardiman's block to get to the outer edge and run up the sideline with that speed all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
He was from the 40 to the 25 in the blink of an eye, and then it was all green grass from there. Jones starts off the second half much like they had in the first half. A quick score to make it 41-0, and Colson Lindsay will try a PAT.
And that makes 6 scores and 6 scorers for the Jones offense.
A bad snap that time forces a Colson Lindsay missed PAT, but the touchdown catch and long run after catch from Evan Collier makes it 41-0. Jones rolling on all cylinders on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Evan Collier with a 37-yard touchdown catch and run to make it 41-0 Jones Longhorns. That scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition, the best smoothies and energizing drinks in town. Of course, we always like to mention they are Tessa Durrell approved. She's a big fan. 11:06 to go in the third. Took Jones less than a minute to get down the field that time. Lindsey, a line drive kick fielded by Kukuk, or make that Minor. And he did not have a lot of room. He'll be brought down right around the 20-yard line. Jesse Hernandez been doing it all night long at the defensive front, this time getting involved on special teams.
Yeah, 2 defenders off that left side of the kickoff team, able to go untouched all the way to the returner Minor and just bring him down with ease.
So Gunnar Farrar and the Maroons offense out for the first time in this second half, trying to put a drive together and get on the board. We'll start with a run to the left side. We're stacking it up. Ball came out. We'll have to see if he was rolled down first or not. Jones thinks they have it. And they do. Jones Longhorns in one play get the ball right back with a fumble.
There's just a pile of people there, of offense and defensive players. Just pure chaotic football right there.
Ball had popped up, like you mentioned. There was a big group there, and then it kind of looked like it squirted out again away from the original pile, and that's where Jones was able to get on top of it and take the ball away. And so they'll start at the Perry 23-yard line here. Jose Taylor's the halfback at the right hip of Hansen. Hansen loses the football. He gets it back and is going to spin ahead for positive yardage. Him and Taylor miscommunication that time.
Yeah, Hansen just pulls that ball back a little bit too late, and it clips the side of Taylor, which pops it out, but luckily for Hansen, it pops it right back up into his arms.
Yeah.
And he's able to pick up a few yards off of it.
Well, Easton Hansen, quite the basketball player, will tell you he just was, meant to dribble it like that, but some luck involved there, but actually pick up 5 yards on the play to make it 2nd and 5. This time Taylor has it. He's got a big hole up the middle, and he just pulls over a defender. Again, we talk about it all the time. He is not a big guy, but he laid a hit that time at the end of the run, and he is inside the 10 for a goal-to-go situation.
Yeah, he definitely gives shades of K-State Deuce Vaughn, a little guy with a big heart and a lot of grit.
1st and goal from the 7 after the nice pickup from Jose Taylor. He's still in there. Ben Williams in the game at H-back as well. Maybe he has an extra blocker. Here comes Collier across the formation, and now motions back out. Handoff for Jose Taylor up the middle. Sidesteps the defender. He's in for the touchdown. He showed off power on this drive. That time a little juke move gets him into the end zone to add to this Jones lead.
And the offensive line does a great job there of letting him get through. And Cade Taylor, number 62, up into that second-level blocking linebackers for Taylor to get behind him and work around to get to the end zone as well.
47-0 now. Before Lindsey will try a PAT. Better snap this time. Templeton gets the hold down. Low line drive kick, but it is through for Lindsey. 48-0. Jones with the lead. They take advantage of the fumble and score again. You're watching Jones Longhorns football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
The defense forced a fumble, which set the Longhorns up at the 23-yard line, and they were able to quickly score, capped off by a 7-yard touchdown run from Jose Taylor to make it 48-0. That scoring recap brought to you by Jones Nutrition. Proud supporters of Jones Athletics. You can find them in 9244 Hiawassee, Suite 400. Check them out on social media or just stop in and say hi. 9:21 to go in the third quarter. Of course, Perry has just ran that one play in the second half so far, and they coughed up the football.
Didn't even get much worse in the first half, but apparently it can.
They get the ball back here. Minor on the return after a nice kick from Lindsey. Trying to get to that far sideline again, and again, not much room. He got up to the 25, or call it the 23-yard line.
A little bit better blocks there by Perry's special teams, but just too many Jones defenders in the area to get a really good return off.
Maroons take over first down and 10 from their own 23-yard line.
They went with a fullback run last time, and as we mentioned, it ended in a fumble recovered by Jones. We'll see what the Maroons offense comes out with here. Handoff this time to a running back up the middle. Picks up some nice yardage, about 5 yards.
The defense opens up a hole there on the left side of the line, but these Jones defenders never going to give up that easily and able to trip up Kukuk there to limit the run to 4 yards.
That was Andrew Kukuk, the senior running back, with the carry. Big workload for the Maroons, does Kukuk have.
62 carries coming into this game, not to mention what he's had today.
Plenty tonight as well, like you say. And the ball's out again, and Jones dives on top of it. A little look what I found from Cade Templeton, the DB. He looks down, the ball's there, and he falls right on top of it. Jones takes back over. Another turnover.
I know I'm supposed to know what plays looked like and what happened, but I have no clue what went on there. The ball was just suddenly 5 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage with nobody around it.
So the Jones defense was already standing tall and asserting dominance in the first half, but now in the second half they've got 2 possessions out there and 2 turnovers forced via a fumble. So the Jones offense has a chance to put up 3 touchdowns before the Perry offense has like 5 plays even in the second half.
Yeah, that was play number 3, and 2 of which resulted in fumbles.
Low snap. It's pitched out to John Quay Johnson. He's got some room because Rogers set a block and Collier did too. And he's got the first down. He's up to the 20-yard line. Collier with a key block on the edge that time.
Yeah, like you said, Collier able to seal off that edge defender for Johnson to get around and get up the field for that first down.
Nice job by Hanson as well. It was not an ideal snap, but he was able to get it out on the pitch to Johnson and keep him clean. 7:20 to go in the third quarter. Handoff for John Quay Johnson. Another big hole. He cuts it back up the middle. Another nice good first down run from John Quay Johnson, right side of the line. Dom Harris at center. Garrett Clark in there as well, paving a hole. Johnson cut it back up for extra yardage.
And Johnson able to wiggle through that little hole, able to use his eyes and survey and find the smallest gaps and use his speed to get through them. But Kukuk there just grabbed his feet and tripped him up.
Going to be 2nd and 1 from the 11. Johnson still the halfback at the left hip of Hanson. He'll have another carry. Slips 1 tackle, and it's going to take a few to bring him down.
And they'll give him the first down.
Got enough for the first down. He slipped the initial tackle of Aiden Tetic, but the Maroons rallied to bring him down right there to avoid more damage. But he did his job, moved the chains. It'll be 1st and goal.
Tackles made in there by number 44, Jet Kennedy.
Another handoff for Johnson. Why not? Up the left side, and he spins down inside the 5-yard line.
Tripped up by number 2, Asher Robinson.
Robinson does a good job at going at Johnson's legs there, making him get in the air where he can't do anything, and just able to clip him enough to spin him around and get him down.
Got 7 yards up to the 3-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Hanson looking to the sideline for the play call here. Another handoff for John Quay Johnson. They're trying to help him punch it in. Offensive line, a little extra push, and he's in for the touchdown. His second of the game.
This O-line, as physical as can be, just manhandling this defensive line, pushing them back, allowing Johnson to just cakewalk on in there.
The Longhorns have dropped a 50 bomb here with still 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Just an explosive offensive performance here out of Jones.
Crazy enough, I can't even say it's the most explosive I've seen because I saw them score 55 points and a half last year in the first half and the last regular season game at Blackwell. But this is quite the performance from the offense. Lindsey, another extra point is good. The only one he's missed is because of a bad snap. Other than that, he's been perfect. 55-0. Longhorns add on after another forced fumble. 5:38 to go in the third on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
I'm Zach Reynolds. Alongside me, Boston Barnett here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where the Longhorns lead 55-0 over the Perry Maroons. 5:38 to go in the third quarter. Both Perry possessions so far in this second half have ended up in fumbles recovered by Jones, and Jones is punched in. They've scored 3 times already here in the second half to make it that 55-0 score. The last one was a John Quay Johnson touchdown run brought to you by Jones Nutrition. Line drive kick this time from Lindsey. Tough bounce. It was touched by Miner. He's going to have to go retrieve this and try to make something out of it. He's not going to have anywhere to go, and he is going to be drugged down by 3. Jones defenders, Rogers in there, as was Eli DeBusk and Jet Bybee.
Those fast-paced kicks off the bounce are one of the hardest things to grab onto in football. Because the shape of the ball, it'll bounce in whatever direction the ball feels like. You have no way of predicting anything out there. Unfortunately, he touches it, making it live for the defense to grab.
Like we talked about, Drew Thomas makes it look so easy. That's a more accurate representation. That's not like some really bad play by Miner. That's just a tough break. That's how football works sometimes. Farrar and the Maroons backed up here. A full-back run and nice room that time. I think their best pickup of the day so far will make it second in around 3. Asher Robinson with a run that time.
The defense just wasn't expecting that full-back run right there. Seeing the outside run is, I think, what they were predicting.
Picks up 7 to make it second and 3. Up to the line quicker than usual this time. Play action. Farrar looking to throw. Airs it out, and it's going to be intercepted. Jones with another takeaway here in the third quarter. And that time, it was Kenneth Pierce. Does not play a whole lot. Getting in here in this game with the situation that it's in, and he immediately makes an impact.
Yeah, the play action was not what the defense was expecting. But only one receiver headed downfield, and the quarterback, not the best throw, unfortunately, from him. And it just goes straight into the arms of the Jones defender.
Just like that, Jones back out there. Defense pitched a shutout in the first half, but didn't have any turnovers. They just forced a bunch of 3-and-outs. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers here in the second half.
We'll have a new quarterback here for Jones.
4 minutes to go in the third quarter, 55-0 ball game. It's going to be Ace Guthrie. Seen him play a lot of wide receiver this year. He gives it to the back up the middle. Nice run for Rowdy Messer. He's just shy of the first down marker.
We've gotten to a point where Jones feels confident enough in their backups to hold off this Perry defense and offense. To let them get some experience in, see what they can do.
Guthrie played a lot of quarterback in his younger days. He rolls out to keep it here, and he's going to be slung down. Could not get the edge that time on the option play. That'll back him up to 3rd down and 2 or 3.
You want to say he was trying to look for a receiver in the end zone there, but good job at the Perry DBs to just hold any option he had.
Rogers is the wide receiver to the bottom of your screen. Pierce, who had the interceptions on the left side as well in the slot. Messer still the halfback. And he'll take the carry. Tried to cut it back to the left side. It got brought down. It's going to be 4th down and 1. No, he got enough for the 1st down. Move the chains.
Yet again, these offensive linemen just never cease to amaze me. Even with the score being the way it is, they're still putting in all the effort that they can give to make sure these backups can get a full experience in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a backup offensive line group still creating space. Again, we talk about this depth for Jones. Guthrie looking to throw this time. Evades defenders, trying to roll out. Fires, has a man. It's cut. It's Pierce again for the touchdown. He got the interception, and now he's rewarded on offense with a touchdown from Ace Guthrie.
And Guthrie makes a great throw there on the run to his left and delivers an absolute strike to Pierce out around the 2 to 3 yard line, and he's able to bend that corner and stay in bounds for the touchdown.
Talk about poise, too. He had a couple of defenders bearing down on him in the pass rush. And like you said, he made that throw on the run kind of across his body. I can see why he played a lot of quarterback when he was younger. Obviously, Ace and Hansen in front of him right now, but Ace Guthrie showing some skill.
And they'll go for 2 here, it looks like.
Messer, the running back of the left hip of Guthrie here. He'll get the carry, showing some patience. And he is not going to get quite in. Regardless, Kenneth Pierce putting his stamp on this game as he gets some playing time. Interception, the touchdown there to make it 61-0 Jones on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Couple of nice Rowdy Messer runs, and then Ace Guthrie on the move. Fired a touchdown pass to Kenneth Pierce to make it 61-0 Longhorns with 1:40 and continuing to tick with the running clock here in the second half. That touchdown drive brought to you by Jones Nutrition. They bring you the best smoothies and energizing drinks in town. They're proud supporters of Jones Athletics. You can check them out on social media or just stop in at 924 Hiawassee Suite 400 and say hi.
They seem to be avid supporters with how much you're mentioning them, Jack.
They get their money's worth. I'll tell you that much. This Jones team showing out. Miner fields the kick up the middle, and Ace Guthrie just doing everything.
There's a flag here further back at around the 40-yard line. Not quite sure who it's on, but I saw some extracurriculars after the tackle.
Guthrie's got catches this season as a wide receiver. Just threw a touchdown pass moments ago there on kickoff coverage. He makes a nice tackle at the 21. We'll see what the flag is. The officials talking it over right now. It looks like it's going to be a hold on Perry, so this will back them up even further from the 21.
And they didn't realize there was a flag. They were ready to set up right at the 20.
So this will back them up to the 11-yard line, the 10.5, if you will. Farrar gives a handoff. Cuckoo breaking a couple of tackles, but he is still going to be hammered. A herd of Longhorns in on the stop. He was contacted in the backfield a couple of times.
That's what's great about this Jones defense. Where one player just is unfortunate enough to miss a tackle, you've got 3 more defenders right there to pick up the slack and bring down the ball carrier.
Good to put good use to this roster now with some backups playing for Jones. See some new faces make plays like we've seen Kenneth Pierce. He's a known name now, an interception and a touchdown. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Another handoff, and once again, nowhere to go. The line holds tall. In the middle of that time, making the step, Jacob Mendoza. We talk about Jack all the time. Jacob that time with a big-time tackle, and that will do it for the third quarter. Through 3, Jones 61-0. What do you talk about more, the offense or the defense? We got another quarter left. Come back for the fourth on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
The fourth quarter is upon us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I'm Zach Reynolds, Boston Barnett with me calling the action. And it's been lots of action for the Jones Longhorns faithful that have made their way to Perry. Not so bad of a trip for us from Stillwater, but a decent drive for these Jones folks. And they made it. They always do. They showed out, and their team is not disappointed them. They're pitching a shutout while on defense while scoring 61 points on offense through 3 quarters.
Yeah, well, small towns like Jones, there's not a whole lot to do. You got to invest in something, and this football team that is very successful is what this town has chosen to pursue.
High expectations this year. They've started 3-0, well on their way to being 1-0 in district play with a big-time win here tonight. It'll be third and 9 to start the fourth quarter, running clock. Farrar trying to break to the outside, pitches it at the last second, and Kukuk will be hit out of bounds by Tyshawn Rogers, short of the sticks.
The defense not expecting that option there. Ready to run up the middle, but Farrar takes it outside and is able to get that pitch off just in time for the pickup of about 9.
Makes it 4th and 4, but Saeed Nazarov out to punt this one away, it looks like. Nobody back to return for the Longhorns. Nazarov will have to punt from right in front of his own end zone. This one will bounce right around the logo into Jones territory. It'll check up at the 43-yard line, and that's where Jones will take over.
You got to wonder why there's no return man there. Are they just not prepared to return without Thomas on the field, or is it just miscommunication on the special teams part?
Probably just a case of being up 61-0, not wanting to risk anybody out there trying to return and getting injured. Jones will take over. This backup group scored a touchdown their first time out there on the field. They were set up in Perry territory off of an interception. This time they're in their territory, but at the 43, high snap, knocked away, and it's dove on by Perry. They'll get the ball back. Bad snap off the hands of Guthrie, and Chase Polifka recovers it.
An unfortunate snap there. Guthrie's able to get a hand on it, but it just falls straight down right into the lap of a defender who's able to dive on it before Guthrie can.
And if I'm not mistaken, this will be the first time Perry is going to set up the offense in Jones territory.
I believe you are correct there, Zach.
They're at the Jones 43, a run for Kukuk. Bounces off the first guy, hops over defender. Now he's trying to go all the way, trying to break another tackle, and he is dropped down inside the 5. Touchdown saving tackle by Mars Morales.
Kukuk able to put a stiff arm on Morales for about 20 yards there before he was able to bring him down. An unfortunate showing for this defensive line at the gate off the turnover.
Perry trying to punch it in and get on the board, avoid the shutout. Down 61-0, 10-10 to go in this game. Farrar under center. Kukuk is the running back, and he lost the ball. We'll have to see who has it. Jones has it. They force their 3rd fumble and 4th overall turnover of the second half right on the goal line. That time it looked like Gunnar Farrar just never cleanly got the snap from the center.
Yeah, just another case of chaotic football. Maybe trying to go a bit too fast there to get the ball to the running back to try and get their first score of the night, and unfortunately works against them to make even more chaos in this 4th quarter with 4 plays and 2 fumbles here.
9:58 to go. The shutout lives on. Now Jones going to have clean offense here, backed up against their own end zone. Guthrie, the quarterback, can ill afford another botched snap like that last one. It would result in a touchdown this time, or a safety. Guthrie out of the shotgun, hands off to Ben Williams. He'll fight forward up to about the 5.
And when you're backed up like this, you can only really run the ball, and this Perry defense knows that and is just able to get in there and prevent a big play.
Ben Williams, a young guy, plays running back and linebacker. He's a key contributor on special teams this year, but he'll get in situations like this. In the first game of the season, at Luther, he got in at the end, and he ended that game with a 50-plus yard touchdown run as the clock expired. So he's got explosiveness himself. He'll take another handoff to the left side. Picks up a couple of more to bring up 3rd down.
The 3rd and long coming up, you got to think that Jones is thinking about passing it again, where it worked in their first drive out with a passing touchdown.
Again, they got a running clock going here, so it's down to about 8:30 to go in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 6. Williams still the halfback. 2 receivers to each side of the formation. Guthrie will let the clock drip down. Now he takes it. A fake handoff. He'll keep it himself. Trying to break to the outside. Splits 2 defenders. Still on his feet. Showing the balance. Ace Guthrie picks up the first down and a whole lot more up near the 25.
He had the receiver on the curl route and looks at him and fakes out the defenders thinking he's going to throw it and takes off and uses his abilities as a wide receiver to fight through defenders and his agility to stay on balance and pick up even more after the first down marker.
That's one of the things I've noticed when he plays receiver is he almost always gets yards after the catch. So you know he can break some tackles like he did right there. Fakes a handoff this time. He'll keep it again to the left side, juking out a couple of defenders, and he will be tackled forward up to the 30-yard line. Didn't look like he had a whole lot there, but he picks up about 5 yards.
They talk about making something out of nothing. He had 3 defenders on him in the backfield, it seemed like, and able to get around 2 of them and had one of them on his hip that eventually brought him down 4 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage.
7:15 to go in the 4th quarter. Jones leads 61-0, trying to put this game away and improve to 4-0 on the season. Empty backfield here. Guthrie surveying the defense. Will look to throw. Fires a slant to the middle of the field. It's caught, and it'll be just enough for the first down. That's Kenneth Pierce, who had the touchdown catch. He also has an interception on defense.
A great job by Pierce there, getting right to that first down marker, knowing where it is to get that first down.
They'll take their time and let the clock continue to tick down. Williams in the backfield again with Guthrie. Guthrie faked the handoff. Will take it again, trying to get to the edge. And he's going to be pushed back. Brand West able to finish off that tackle. A couple of Maroons were there at the feet of Guthrie, but West was the one who finally got him down. Going to be lost this time.
Yeah, Coach talking, the quarterback after the play there, maybe saying when you get in a situation like that, you can throw the ball away, save us a few yards.
Make it 2nd and 15 as the clock goes under 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Pierce comes across the formation. And Guthrie lost the snap, has it back, will try to get it off to Williams. He drops it for an incomplete pass. Could have been a whole lot worse than just an incompletion there.
Yeah, that one goes off his hands and then his helmet there before he finally finds it off the ground. Able to get a pass off, but just Williams not able to haul it in.
So to make it 3rd and 15. Tough situation here for this Jones backup offense. Trying to gain experience, which is always valuable year to year. These guys are going to be the starters before you know it. So this experience matters a lot. They've showed some talent. Facing 3rd and 14, they'll call it here. Guthrie looking to throw. Has lots of time in the pocket. Now we'll throw it downfield in a triple coverage, and it'll fall harmlessly to the grass to bring up 4th down. Intended target was Luke Wilkinson.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line there, holding off all the defenders on the line there to give Guthrie enough time to get that ball off. But it's just unfortunate that 3 defenders are in the area and it goes over the head of the receiver.
4th and 14 here, and as of right now, the offense still out there.
That tells me that they got complete confidence in this defense.
Empty backfield. Man, it's going to be a pooch punt, and a nice one from Guthrie. He's got a decent leg on him. And with no returner, this one's going to keep rolling inside the 20. And it'll finally check up at about the 15, 16-yard line. Can't execute a pooch punt much better than that.
No, you cannot. Flipping the field entirely on Perry here after probably expecting them to go for it on that.
So the clock will momentarily stop at 4:24 for them to spot the ball, and then the rolling clock will continue. 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter, 61-0. Jones defense back on the field trying to hold out and shut out the Perry Maroons on their home field. Aiden Farrell, the new running back. Jackson Miner, the new quarterback for the Maroons. Nowhere to go that time for the running back. He stayed on his feet for a while there. That was Caleb Jackson, but he had nowhere to go. Aiden Green with the stop up the middle.
Yeah, it seems like no matter who you put out there for this Jones defensive line, they're going to get the job done. A lot of fight out of these kids.
Miner the quarterback. Farrell the running back here for Perry. Going to be a pitch to Farrell, trying to get to the edge. Decent gain here. Going to take a couple of defenders to bring him down near the sideline. And he got enough for the first down.
Farrell using his speed there to get outside and get around these defenders and up down the sideline for the first down.
Just listed at 5'6", 151, but plenty of speed.
Spot the ball at the Maroon 26-yard line. First down, Perry.
1st and 10 from the 26 for the Maroons. Under 3 minutes to go now. Another handoff for Farrell up the middle. Has some room to run that time and will be brought down in the second level.
Yeah, there are those linebackers again going at it, getting them down before a huge gain is made.
Tackle made by number 30, Mars Morales.
Mars Morales with another tackle there. He had a touchdown-saving tackle on the last drive. Right down near the goal line, and on the next play, the Maroons fumbled and gave the ball back to Jones to avoid losing their shutout. 2nd and 5 here. Miner will look to run himself. Spins back up the middle, still on his feet, showing off the moves. And now drags some defenders over the logo. What a run from Jackson Minor, first down and more.
Yeah, initially getting outside, then making that first cutback, and then adding a spin move on top of that to get around even more defenders, and is able to push forward for about a 15-yard run.
Under 2 minutes to go now. Perry trying to march down the field in these last 2 minutes and get on the board. Gunnar Farrar, I believe back in. Nope, excuse me, that's Jackson lined up at fullback. Minor fakes the handoff, might look to throw this time. He does, has Jackson, and he will be hit down. Ball came out, but Jackson was already down by contact.
Yeah, the initial defender, number 30, Mars Morales, able to hold him off before another Jones defender can get there and finish off the tackle.
Be 2nd and 3. Minor gives the handoff this time. Farrell trying to break to the outside, showing off the speed again, has some blockers, and he'll be shoved out of bounds. That time by Johnny Shaw, but not until he's well into Jones territory.
Rowdy Messer, the first defender to make contact there. The runner is able to get outside with no problem whatsoever, no defender in the area. Able to pick up 20 yards there easily.
59 seconds to go. Minor faked a handoff, rolls out right now. We'll pitch it to Farrell, who we know has wheels, has room to run, and he'll be hit down inside the 10.
Looks like the clock only ran 2 seconds on that play. Strange. But a good job to find that pitch and get outside and get upfield, using the same speed they gave him the big play just before.
Once again, it was Johnny Shaw to push him out of bounds after the big gain.
Spot the ball at the Jones 11-yard line. First down and 10.
It's 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Not quite 1st and goal, but might as well be. Bunched up formation here. Handoff for Farrell. He'll try to cut outside again, and this time he's wrapped up. Aiden Green right there.
You know, instead of headed back outside where nobody is home for the Jones defense, they decide to go up the middle. Maybe a bit of over-reverse psychology there on themselves.
Had success with Aiden Farrell and the combo, really, just with him and Minor in at quarterback here against this Jones backup defense. 25 seconds to go. A couple more opportunities for them to try to punch it in. Handoff to Caleb Jackson up the middle. Not a lot of room.
Yeah, again, this Jones defensive line and linebackers able to plug any hole that this offensive line tries to open up, stopping any hopes from scoring right there.
That time it was the freshman Colt Williams with the big tackle. Perry looks like takes a timeout with 2 seconds left on the clock, so they can run one more play to try to get in and avoid a shutout. And we'll keep it right here, which is 2 seconds off the clock. Boston, who are you thinking right now, player of the game? It was so spread out. Everything, I mean, on offense was so spread out. On defense, a lot of different guys made plays. Tough choice.
I mean, there, like you said, there's no clear-cut option, but I think you'd have to go with Asen Hansen receiving a touchdown as well as distributing 3 more.
Nazarov on for a field goal attempt, trying to avoid the shutout. Decent snap, and what a boot on Nazarov. They avoid the shutout. 61-3 now the score. No time ticked off on the scoreboard, although it should have, and now it does. So that will do it. 61-3 will be your final score. Jones with about as dominating of a win as you can have.
Yeah, they dominated in every aspect of this game, flowing completely on offense and defense, especially in the second half, forcing 4 turnovers.
John Quay Johnson, a couple of touchdown runs. Jose Taylor had a touchdown run. Carlos Hardiman, a touchdown catch. Hunter Purvis, a touchdown pass. Carlos Hardiman, a touchdown throw to Asen Hansen on that trick play. Ace Guthrie threw a touchdown pass to Kenneth Pierce, who also had an interception once the backups were in. All around, a lot to be happy about for Coach Kevin Witt and the Jones Longhorns.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be coming back to this game and saying we could have done better, because they did pretty much everything they could. Almost everything was perfect.
61-3, a dominant win to start off district play. They moved to 4-0, 1-0 in the district. Thank you again for joining me here, Boston. Any final words on this game?
I think I've summed it up pretty much. Just a dominant win by Jones. Great football being played right now. Hopefully they can carry this away.
Well, thank